Hello, hello, it's Nan, here to bring you something that I've been working on for the past week that I've had so much fun making. It's my first time making anything in reference to a countdown till Christmas. So I made some beautiful cards and added the ring on it so that I can hang them up day by day. And as we know, today is the 1st of December. So what I wanted to share was a few of the items first. Let me set this aside. A few of the items that I used to create these cards. Well, not a few. I purchased some die cuts, stickers, all different kinds of stamps that you can use. Can be thrifted, they can be bought. Stamps. Purchased this one on Amazon, Stamps of Life. Coffee for two. I thrifted these. Never seen these before. Heartwarmingvintage.com is the site you can find those on. I also used some musical stamps that I purchased on Amazon. Others that I purchased at Hobby Lobby. Supplies you'll need. Stamp, if any type of stamp that you want. Distress ink. Glue. I use archival ink because it's more permanent. And all the stamps that I wanted to. Scraps. Words. Stickers. And before I get started with what I'm actually going to make here, I want to share some of the cards that I made, starting with the cover. And as you can see, there's a variety of stickers on it. This is tissue paper that I glued on, and I suggest that you glue what you want on your, these are actual paint chips I did not mention, that I decorated. I have 25 of them. On top of the stamp, I glued tissue paper. Found this at one of the craft stores. Has words written on it. Thought it was really cute. Gave it a try and it worked out for me because I wanted to give it a subtle look. And also, I wanted a subtle look of the color coming through the cards. They are paint chips. I've collected, I don't know how many. I have a tin full of them, different sizes. So you can use different sizes if you want to. But I had them and I wanted to make something and I just didn't know, and bingo. I made some cards. Also copy paper. It's medium weight. It's not thick and it's not too thin. It's good and sturdy. Cut it up. Put it behind a card and penciled it out and cut them out by the bulk so that I would have one for each. And as you can see, I did a zigzag stitch across each card, added the reinforcement, paper on the back. They all look very unison and very nice. I'm surprised. I'm beginning with the machine. I distressed front and back of each card. But you can use any kind of mediums. You can use magazines, pamphlets that come in the mail. It doesn't have to be paint chips. It can be just about anything, but I just wanted to put good use to these paint chips. So I glued the items down first, and then I stamped on top. These are stamps from a book. They're not real stamps. Some are stamps that come in the mail. I'm about pretty much using anything. And I will go through the cards so you can get a look at some of the stuff that I have here. These are calendar pieces, Tim Holtz. It's from his paper. I printed it out and put it here. And just so you know, I'm not a seller. So I do not sell what I make at the moment. Stamps that I thrifted. Stickers that I thrifted. Paper Studio stickers all over the cards. Washi tape just to give it a nice cute touch at the edge. I think they came out really good. I spent a lot of time on them, but I had fun. These were tags that came in the Daphne's Diary magazine, part of a tag. I added some ribbon in the back. Numbers were all calendar pieces, some of the pictures from Daphne's Diary. Stickers from the $1 store. I love these clear stickers because that lets the color in the background pop out. all different colors, but they all stand out in their own way, and each one represents something. You can put a more intimate touch to your pictures. Just take your time, be patient, enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy the process of creating. Doily. These are Tim Holtz scraps that I added to that there. More stamps. Piece of 12 by 12. I had some scraps left over. Used the alphabet stamps, and of course, a lot of you know who this is. We all seem to be in love with Edith Holden. Stickers that I purchased on Amazon. More of Tim Holtz. Die cuts. Stickers. A little bit of everything. Add what you want. Enjoy it. Take your time. I didn't start that early, so here I am December 1st showing my project, but that's okay. Better late than never. Beautiful stamps that I purchased from Michael's Recollection. Made a picture frame and added the stickers on top. These little Paper Studio stickers. More stamps. Calendar piece. Layered some items on a tag, burlap, stickers. Save all those scraps. They come in handy. This is from a card that I cut out. More 12 by 12 paper. Doily. I wanted a retro feel to this one, and that's where that vintage paper comes from. I love it. I'm a traveler, so I like that kind of stuff. From a magazine. No, not a magazine. This is from a book. Bird book. Recollections paper. Let me correct myself. Stamperia, because I purchased this on Amazon. Beautiful blue paper from Stamperia. Free card that came in the mail. I clipped the card and put the picture in the front, and then from the envelope I cut out the picture that was on the envelope and added it there. I do like distressing some of the corners and edges of most of my stuff, and sometimes I won't, but the distressing it makes the picture pop out more. And here, this is the only card of all the cards that for some reason it got stuck and it just bunched up right here, and I didn't mind it much. And I will be leaving the stitching on my cards because I like that look. This one here is from a Monet Calendar. Cut pieces out and made some flowers. This is from a box of bird cards I bought at a half bookstore. And I still have some left over. And this actual film is over 30 years old. I have a stack. Let me not say it's stack. I have huge envelopes. So I have more than 1,000 of them, I think, from pictures I've taken. And so that gave it a nice little touch. And the cardinal sort of looks like it's part of the film, which is what I like. More stickers. Purchased a Hobby Lobby. These are sending labels. When you send your Christmas cards, I put half on one side and half on the other. More stickers and stamps. That USA stamp from Stampabilities. Love it. I have others that are from other countries also. And also, this little thing here is what makes noise if I'm crafting in here at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Boom, right on the table. One of my favorites, favorite coffee, decided to add a little Starbucks label there and a piece of the receipt from the purchase of my coffee. Love it. Take a break. Cup of joe. Why not? I have my cup here. If you're a tea drinker, bring your tea, juice, whatever you'd like. Take a break while you're working. Not an actual break, but relax. Enjoy. Take your time. Cut those pieces. You surprise yourself at what you create, because I've surprised myself with this also. Although when I was a preschool teacher, this is the type of stuff they expected us to create for the centers in each area to make the areas more appealing and creative for the children. So why not? Here we go. More die cuts, tag on the back. And this one is my favorite of all, of course, because that's my mommy. Yes. I'm not sure why I put it on the 18th, because I could have put it on the 25th or on another day, which is my birthday this month. But I put it here. Recollection paper on the back. It's subtle. It's pretty. Some days I like something as simple as this, and other days I want color. I want pop out. I want... Depends. It's how you feel at the moment, I guess. But I love it all. I'm a creator. I create all kinds of things. But I've grown to love junk journaling and making those altered books, taking my time. I'm not a seller, so I don't feel that obligation to be making books constantly. And eventually I may. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it. I've been thinking about it for a while. And it could happen. And if it doesn't, I'll enjoy the process and share what I've learned, because there's a lot of people out there that are tremendous, tremendous creative people, and the books that they create are like a wow factor for me. Here's another one. More stickers, recollection paper. This one says Merry Christmas. Cardinal happens to be my favorite bird. I call it my promise bird. There's a promise behind that. So every time I see one. And here we go with more die cuts. And these are actual stickers in the background. 4 stickers. Paper Studio. The other day in one of my videos it said studio paper. It's Paper Studio. I've been shopping at the store for years. How could I forget? I actually added gesso to make it look like there was snow on top of the trees, and I also added some on the bottom. Love it. Stamp that I made out of a piece of manila folder, a magazine picture, and I purchased this stamp on Amazon, which is a little wooden stamp. And these actually are typewritten stamps. I forget the name of the... Let me see. I have it here. Max stamp pegs that I thrifted, which was a great find for me. And all the little tidbits we add to our things. Mary. Also more recollections paper. I went into Michael's wanting to purchase one pad, and they had a sale, which I misunderstood because I thought it was buy one, get one free. When I go to the counter to pay, the young lady tells me you owe $40-something. And I'm like, wait a minute. That includes the other items I had purchased. That's not what it says on the sale. And when she goes to check, I misunderstood because it was buy one pad, get 2 free. So I hit the mother load. I have plenty of Christmas paper for quite some years. Just thought I'd add that little thing in there. And this is the 25th. Last but not least, I love snowmen for some reason. I do have a small collection of them. This paper here is some sort of tissue paper that actually feels like a light, very lightweight plastic that came in a gift, and I thought that I would not be able to glue it down, that it would not adhere to the paint chip, since the paint chip already has some type of laminate on top of it, but it worked perfect. But as you can see, I jumped from 23 to 25. Look at the bulk of this. I love it. Now I just have to find where to hang it. And if you'd like to, you can embellish yours by adding a bow or maybe some Christmas ornament up on the top. I actually put this on the tree to see if it would weigh my tree down. It did weigh the branch down a little bit, but I don't think that's where I'm going to place it. I just have to find a nice little place where I can count my days down, and I'll be flipping the first card today, which is the 1st of December. And now we'll be setting that aside because I'm going to create card number 24, pulling my sleeves up like a boxer, because this is my time, my area, and my fun. So I went ahead and prepped the paint chip with a few of the items that I needed on it before I start gluing. So I will remove one of the cards because I did choose one of the cards already with a hole in it to make this one precise when I go to punch the hole out there. And I'm going to go ahead and do that first so that I don't have to do that later. And I already have some of these distress. Let me bring up my little mat because I was able to use this one better than the larger one with what I'm doing now. The reinforcements, I did add glue to it so that it adheres permanently because sometimes these little babies get loose. So I will add my reinforcement there. And later I will sew the paper on. I'm not going to do that when I finish. I'm not going to do that today. But I will also give it that zigzag stitch eventually, at some point today. I'm going to glue the paper on the back. So what I did, I found it a little more difficult to glue the card first. So what I did was I use this side for the glue. I glued the paper first. Which made it easier to already adhere it to the card. Be liberal with your glue, just to make sure that your paper stays on, does not come off. Sometimes that happens. The weather causes the things that are glued down to sort of come off. I don't know if anyone else has had that happen to them, but that's why the stitching helps keep a lot of the things on the edges of the paper. Well, here we go. I'm not perfect, so I'm sure we all create boo-boos. The paper was supposed to go first, so that we make the hole that's there. And if there's any excess paper, because sometimes you can cut something and you're not, when you cut a stack of papers, some of them end up being bigger than the others. So just cut the excess paper off. If it comes off, here we go. There we go. Okay, now paper's on, reinforcement is on. Now let's get to gluing what I have for this one today. So what I like to do when I glue things down is maybe just glue a little bit and get an idea. Put a little bit of glue on it to get an idea where I want to place certain items. If I have to lift it up again, I will do so and add more glue to it so that my items are where I actually want them to be. I did create this cluster ahead of time, and it's also Tim Holtz paper, leftover scraps. I cut out a calendar piece, made this hole with a paper punch, and added the number behind. I did want some element of red in it, and these are old scrap. This one's coffee dyed, and this one is not, but this is old music paper. Very old. And that I'm going to add here. That one I will put down permanent for now. Let me make sure it's straight, because sometimes you're looking from down here and not everything is as straight as you think it is. So I'm going to put this card down. On the bottom. Make sure that's straight. And as you can see, once you start putting your items on, whatever you may choose to put on here can be anything. The possibilities are endless of what you can use on these cards. Endless. So I have some more Paper Studio stickers. I have a bigger one for the top here. And I have a smaller one for this side. Come on, you little rascal. Sometimes your stickers will stick out on the edges. Just cut those little pieces off. I still see some white on the edge. Okay. Looking good so far. I did want to add a sticker here. So, from this recollection that I purchased this pack at Michael's, I thought this would be gorgeous here. Looking up at the musical note. And then once you put your items down, you feel you're missing something in your pictures. But you can just keep layering and layering and layering, or be as subtle as you like. You can make them tags and add ribbon and to the side, to the top. I wanted mine a little more subtle. So I created these labels with, I had probably popped in that view. I created these labels with the IP Touch. I'm trying to get this straight. There we go. Yes, came out straight. I love the machine. I also create words on the computer. Of course, the machine makes it a lot faster for you. Gotta get this one right because this one reaches all the way to the end. Let's see. I don't want to make this crooked. Oh. There we go. Oh, that looks so adorable. Let me add some glue on the corner of this because I see that it's... Just go back and add some glue. Use the glue of your preference. I use extra strength Elmer's Craft Bond glue. It works perfectly for me. And when you're liberal with the glue, they will stick down. Now I have this feeling that on this card there's something missing. So what I'm going to do is, I'm looking for an envelope that I have here with, okay, my envelope has disappeared. So, for now, I think I might just add another pine cone. Now let me see where that will go. Can I add it there? Don't want to cover that up. Oh yes. This is going to be perfect right here. And there we go. Simple, not complicated. I did prep beforehand. There are moments where I'm crafting and I don't give it too much thought. I just sit down and start grabbing from here and there, and other moments where I will sit down and I will prep by taking out the things that I need. So, as that being the last card, let me make sure I give it that little final touch, which is the Distress ink. And it is the Ranger Rick. I love it. I do like grungy. Everything doesn't have to be grungy, but I do like grungy. So I will add it here and there on the card. And I hope I'm not out of frame. But I really enjoyed making this. It's going to last me a very long time. And I'm thinking maybe of adding all the way up to New Year, which most likely I will. I have the paint chips for it. So this is my countdown to Christmas, starting with day 1. I hope you enjoyed the video. Come back and see me. Have a good day and enjoy the process. Bye-bye.